cameras, the action.
Yo. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Nonstop. We back on Sunday. We're in this league right now, man. Gotta play these Panthers again. We got a new user. Last user, we got beat to quit.
The first 2 months of the regular season.
So I guess I gotta put it in work
man. So. As we're off in week 9.
You know, on this channel, man, y'all see that legendary is. So, hang on to the ball. Make sure y'all leave a follow, man. Leave a like, but we need them followers, man. We gotta get followers. We gotta get 100 of them. Get 100 of them, the boy can start getting some of that money. So, let's go, y'all. Make sure y'all leave a follow, comment, like, whatever. We in there.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara.
Let's get my boy started, man. Let's get him started.
Before he's hit and dropped.
Tell you what, though, sometimes this year,
I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that,
it'll
be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Man. Trying to take Kamara to the top.
Kamara.
Hold that block. Hold that block.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints
coming
out
here,
on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady.
Oh, I had that.
Nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
No, I threw that away.
It's intercepted.
2 seconds out there. Throw it away. I always throw one away. See what's there. I don't know how.
So far this season, his defense has had issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey.
And
he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, McCaffrey.
No,
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. To throw, Mayfield.
Man, come on, man. We out there.
Touchdown.
Blue throwing.
Tommy Tremble.
Oh, where they go? I got blue zones right there. Where they go?
And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
Hard flat.
Matt Gay on for the extra point.
Let's go out to that pick. I would accept that.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
I'm getting the bag early.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And this time, not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Mooney. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go with them early and often.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39.
Let's go. We know what's up. We know what's up.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And in the
Let's
go. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And they'll get this
Holding blocks for me,
about
Holmes.
the 20-yard line.
Hold
For
the
Alvin
block.
Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back, and he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now they'll throw with Brady. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Brady's going to sneak it, and he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Again, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3.
Oh, he's
and he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do they come up with that first win?
It's a great question. I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high. So a lot of that comes from the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
In the late air. Ah, it's me.
Saints give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Yeah, just give let the computer catch it.
But it's going to lead to third down.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Oh, he got it.
He finds his man complete. It's Porter. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
Your ass down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield.
Pick that off.
Ground incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
The Panthers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Now Mayfield.
Yeah, they know it. Use your pick, baby. That was mine. Use it. Use her. That was mine. I knew it. Let's go, man. Let's leave. Some tripping out there.
And Brandon, this is a
told
nice
you,
job
man.
defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes.
Now
And when
you
you're
coming out
right,
that
you get
field.
a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a
See if
yard
he
on
ready
that
for
last
this.
run.
Sometimes I ain't even ready for it. What's going on, man?
Throwing now is Brady.
We'll
Yeah,
get this
block
one
that.
underneath to
Oh.
Kamara.
Put that other block where we
Just
gone.
shy of the 35 to the 34.
Another catch for him there on this drive,
Mm,
Brandon.
yeah,
It
man,
looks like
is
they're going
good.
to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Coming up
Before he
at
gets
the
going.
half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our
Go, my
first
niggas.
half. as
Ah,
well as
who
the
let him?
other
Who let
highlights
him
coming
grab
up
me?
later
Oh,
this
dog.
weekend. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be
Yeah,
2nd and
grab
8.
me.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Throwing left side. He's got Gronk.
Yeah,
Complete.
gotta hit Gronk up, nigga. Gotta hit his
He'll be
mans
taken
up.
down, but not before he works it past the
Come on,
50.
man. It's Gronk.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down, and refuse to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 40 now on second down, Brady.
You gotta see that.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Brady.
Oh, good defense, man. Good defense. Good defense. Man, it's always good niggas can jump a mile in the air.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Come on, he better do something. No, he better do something. Come on.
Following the interception, Mayfield
Being
chased down left.
Oh, I'm coming. This is mine.
Took a shot,
No,
couldn't
don't fuck
connect.
me out there.
Well, you know, Charles, for this
You just
defense,
shot at me,
look,
though.
it's no secret. You're facing a
So I
team
like
that
to
is
see that.
really, really struggling. They
Talk
haven't
about
won in
young
what
nigga.
seems like forever, but sometimes a
You
desperate
got
team
guts.
can
You
be
got
a
balls.
dangerous
Then
team,
you try to
right?
go. Let's go.
You're exactly
That's
right
what I
about
like to
that,
see.
but they shouldn't be.
Don't
When
just
they're
play
on that
short.
type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you
Coming, though. Coming,
to
bro.
take charge
Coming.
of this game early.
Oh, give
and
me
not
this
give
one,
them
though.
any reason to hope.
Give me this one. Come on, man.
And make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Now a deep ball there on second
You better
down,
get
but
it back
it'll
to me
wind
before
up
the half.
incomplete.
I'm going to score
And I
real
think they'd be
quick.
well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
See what you say.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Come on, this is mine, man. Give it to
The
me.
contact well
This
timed
is
there.
mine.
And now 4th down.
Ah,
That's
this
an
is
excellent
mine,
job
man. They
right there on
tripping.
3rd down. Like any
good
defense,
shit.
you never want to let them get anything started,
Good
and that would have
shit.
been a first down. Instead, you saw
You
the
know what's up,
contact
man.
on
I know
time,
what's up.
no
Y'all know what's
penalty.
up.
And
Y'all
before
see
this
this,
drive
man.
could
It's
get
over,
wings,
man. They keep-
it's 4th down.
On his Kern,
take
the
it out of
punter,
bail.
to send this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The final shot before half for Brady. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set
and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think
ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere.
This is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield now. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got this down. 66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
Oh, come on. Man, just threw it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Anderson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Yeah, get it.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out. He can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mayfield on play action. And caught by Trimble. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
2nd and short, that's a run down. It's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. So no gain on the play.
And that pickup of a 1st down, now it's going to leave them off because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey
With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
That's good, too.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Brady now on first down. Oh, he stays up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. A hole to dig out of here is 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Brady,
oh, come on.
behind his man. He
What the fuck is they doing to me right
You
now?
definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Who's out for my 3-game win streak, man?
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now Brady.
Come on, it's count 2. Now I'm running
Excellent
punt.
coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To throw, Mayfield. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And this one is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We got a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away. And now
man. Oh, man.
A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
2 points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here comes Grant on the return, and he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Panthers, there will be a few sighs of relief, no doubt, in that locker room as they get their first win in 9 tries. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.
Like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's what rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend homie. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a, but then take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's my dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bad mind, the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame of mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not walk with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace of mind. I'm like Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things in my subconscious mind that I have only seen in dreams in my unconscious mind. My dreams unrefined, swing the mind, a state of mind that make you seem this lucky life of mine is pre-designed. And if it is, to thank the Lord, cause that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
I think that's it, y'all.
I'll be back in a minute with my